Hi, this is Jess with Jess Reviews Reviews, in which I review a random object in my house. And today I'm going to be talking about the Baby Bjorn Carrier Mini. This is a baby carrier specifically designed for babies from 7 to 25 pounds. My baby is 15 pounds, so well within that range. He's about 5 months old, and we've been using this carrier since he was born. And I'm not going to beat around the bush here. It is my favorite carrier that we have used. It was actually loaned to us by a friend. So, full disclosure, we did not buy it, but I would buy it because it works really well. My favorite thing about this carrier is it's very easy to put on and off. It's very easy to adjust. I made a little video that I'm just going to play here of like how it goes on and off and what the action of that looks like. It allows for the baby to face you. It also allows for the baby to face away from you, which is not the case for as many carriers as you would think, which I had to learn the hard way because I definitely didn't realize that when I was looking at some of the carriers that are really trendy and that seem so easy to use, especially the ones that with the cross back. A lot of those ergonomically, your baby cannot face more than one direction. But this carrier, it snaps closed like this when your baby is facing towards you, and it flips over to snap the other way when your baby is facing out. And my baby loves to suck on this little rim. It is stained. Well, it is currently discolored because he has been sucking on it this evening. I will say though, I toss this thing in the wash all the time, and it is still looking pretty good. I've never had a problem with any stains coming off of it. And believe me, this thing gets dirty. In terms of adjustability, the way this works is it has the front part, obviously, that holds the baby, but the back part is just two crisscrossing straps with this middle connector that can be moved. Each strap is adjustable. These are very easy to adjust. And the carrier itself has a really handy little ruler here that tells you exactly how far to pull this section depending on how tall your baby is. We've had to adjust this a bit already because, obviously he's grown since he was born. But this just slides into the correct location, which is very handy. I love this feature because it doesn't leave you with any doubt as to how you should be adjusting this. In terms of how the actual clips work, there's clips at the bottom that are snaps that snap like this. This is the area where your baby's legs are going to be. So I actually leave these closed most of the time. You can leave this hooked in. The only two connectors that I'm really playing with a lot are the upper two connectors on the strap, which is this slidey one that goes in and out, and then the snap that snaps above baby's arms here. So those are the two that I am usually adjusting. I usually leave one of these closed and then the other side open. So when I put the carrier on, the baby can go in, and already it has the right like setting for him to be in on this side, and then I just have to close the other side around him as you saw in the video. It is so fast to put on. I can actually put it on while holding the baby, which is amazing. Also, now this doesn't work as well anymore, but when he was a little tiny newborn, I used to take him out of the carrier when he was, because he would fall asleep in the carrier. I would take him out still asleep and I would lay him down still like in the carrier. I'll have to put a little picture up of this. It's very cute. And he would stay asleep, and I would just leave him there like that for as long as that would last. So yeah, the best pros of this are its adjustability, its ease of use. The downsides of it are I don't think it is going to work for us until he is 25 pounds. He is only 15 pounds right now, and already I find that this is tough on my shoulders when he is in it for a long period of time. So I find myself really wanting something with a waistband to kind of even out how I am holding his weight. With 25 pounds pulling me forward, I think it would be quite challenging to make this work. So even though it is rated and it says it would work for a child up to 25 pounds, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get there personally. And maybe that's just me. I'll take a look at the other reviews to see if I can find anyone else weighing in on that. But to me, that's the biggest downside is you do not have a waistband evening out where you are carrying the baby's weight. But that really is my only complaint. So let's take a look at Amazon to see what other reviewers have to say about it. So here we are at Amazon, and you can see we have a lot, thousands of reviews and 4.7 stars. A lot of people really do like this carrier. Um, I am going to scroll down now to these reviews. I really want to specifically look for whether folks have had issues with the baby not fitting in the carrier as well after they hit a certain point. Okay. Yeah, actually, the very first reviews here, the very first review here, very comfortable for use with babies under 6 months. This is what I expected to see. Like, it is a very comfortable carrier, but also, like, once you hit that 6 month point, I do think that the baby would just become too heavy. Um, Again, they also like the ability to face the baby in or out. They nap in it easily. My baby also enjoys to nap in the carrier. So, yeah, okay. So this is similar to what I'm already starting to experience. The fact that the baby, if the baby's big enough, it kind of can cause some mid-back pain. Soft and breathable, easy to put baby in and out, fits small frame mamas. I am a small frame mama, so I can vouch for that personally. But it also fits my husband, who is not a small frame daddy. So that's good to know. Um, there was a bit of plastic on the bottom where the baby's front meets your stomach. I didn't like it. I mean, there is a bit of plastic on the bottom. I can show this pretty easily. That's the plastic. Not a problem for me. I'm not really sure why that would be a huge problem, but fair enough. If it's not for you, it's not for you. All right. Let's see here. Wow. Okay. I need to make this a little bit smaller even to be able to see it. So, okay. Same review I looked at before. Let's look at some of the critical reviews. Baby didn't like it. Well, you know what? You can never account for what the baby will like or not like. Slides down after 10 minutes. That was not my experience, but perhaps there was something flawed with that particular carrier. High quality, but baby hated it. Oh man. Steer clear. Let's look at this one. This carrier has been such a flop. As soon as they hit 10 plus pounds. Yeah, okay, so this is what I was saying as well. There's no waist belt. Once that baby is a little bit heavier, you are not feeling as good in this carrier. As soon as your baby is bigger, it's extremely noticeable that their legs are simply dangling with no support for their hips. I don't really know about that, but I suppose it's possible that that is not great for the baby. My baby does tend to have support for his hips, I feel like, in this carrier. Anyway, all right, I think I'm going to leave it there with looking at the reviews. Bottom line is that this is a solid carrier, I think, for anyone who is hoping to use it for a newborn. I I think in terms of where it breaks down for me, cost versus value, I would say it's one to look into buying secondhand if you can find it, but definitely worth buying new if you feel like you can afford it. So look into buying it secondhand because again, it's not something you're going to be using for a tremendous period of time, but during the period of time when you would want this carrier, boy, is it nice to have. It is so convenient and so easy to use. So highly recommend it, but do look into buying it somewhere like Facebook Marketplace if you can. So that's the Baby Bjorn Carrier Mini.